Good morning, students. In continuation with the chapter Mineral and Energy Resources, in today's session, I am going to explain you what are energy resources. Well, children, you all know very well that energy is required for all kinds of activities. It is needed to cook food, to provide light and heat, or to propel vehicles, and to drive machinery in industries. And do you know, energy can be generated from fuel minerals like coal, petroleum, natural gas, uranium, and from electricity. And this energy resources can be classified as conventional sources of energy and non-conventional sources of energy. Now, what is the difference between two? Children, conventional sources of energy includes firewood, cattle dung, coal, petroleum, natural gas and electricity. But non-conventional sources of energy include solar, wind, tidal energy, geothermal energy, biogas and atomic energy. That means that conventional sources includes those sources of energy which are limited on this earth and cannot be used again and again, whereas non-conventional sources of energy are those energy which we have abundant in amount and can be used again and again. Now, under conventional source of energy, where we were talking about firewood and cattle dung, children, this firewood and cattle dung cake are most common, let's say commonly used in rural India. And according to our estimate, do you know that more than 70% of energy requirement in rural household is met by these two, that is firewood and cattle dung cake. But due to the continuation use of these, it is becoming difficult to use them because it is leading to the decreasing forest area. And at the same time, if we talk about the cattle dung cake, it is too being discouraged because it consumes most valuable manure which could be used in agriculture. Now, if we come towards the conventional source of energy, the very first conventional source of energy is coal. And in India, coal is the most abundantly available fossil fuel. It provides a substantial part of nation's energy need, and it is used for generating power to supply energy to industry as well as for domestic needs. India is highly dependent on coal for meeting its commercial energy requirement. Now, coal is formed due to the compression of plant material over millions of years, and this coal therefore is found in a variety of forms depending upon the degree of compression and the depth and time of burial. So, if we talk about the different kinds of coal which has been found, then the very first we can talk about is a peat. That is a coal which has a very low carbon and high moisture contents, and it has a very low heating capacity. Then we have lignite, which is a low grade brown coal, and it has been found in good quantity in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu and is used for generation of electricity. Then children, coal that was buried deep inside this earth, and it is known as bituminous coal. It is very popular as it has been used for the commercial purpose. Then they are telling you we have a bituminous coal which has a very special value. The reason, because it has been used for smelting iron in blast furnaces. And the last one is anthracite, which is the highest quality hard coal, means it is the best quality of the coal. And these coal have been found in the Damodar Valley, that is Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro. These are important coal fields. Apart from these, coal is also found in the, let's say, Godavari, Mahanadi, Son and Wardha valleys. They also contain the coal deposit. Now the next conventional source of energy is petroleum. Children, petroleum, or let's say a mineral oil, is a very important and a major energy source in our country after coal. It provides fuel for heat and lighting, lubricants for machinery and raw material for a number of manufacturing industries. And petroleum refinery acts as a nodal industry for synthetic textile, fertilizer and number of chemical industries. Most of the petroleum occurrence in India, children, are being associated with the antilines and fault traps. That is, it is found in the rock formation. Now limestone or sandstone, there we could find a good amount of the petroleum. Now do you know that about 63% of India's petroleum production is from Mumbai High, and 18% we are able to receive from Gujarat, and 16% is been drilled from Assam. Now Ankleshwar is the most important field of Gujarat, and Assam is the oldest oil producing state of India. Next important conventional source of energy is natural gas. Now natural gas is an important clean energy resource and it has been found in association with or without petroleum. Do you know it is used as a source of energy as well as an industrial raw material in the petrochemical industry. Natural gas is also considered an environment friendly fuel because of low carbon dioxide emission, and therefore in the present century this is a most common form of a fuel. Now the large reserve of this natural gas has been found or discovered in the Krishna Godavari basin. Mumbai High and allied fields are also supplemented by finds in the Gulf of Cambay. Even in Andaman Nicobar Island also we found a large reserve of natural gas. And you know that around 1700 km long Hazari Vijapur Jagdishpur cross country gas pipeline is linking Mumbai High and basin with fertilizer, power and industrial complex. So children, the power and fertilizer industries are the key user of natural gas, and use of compressed natural gas, that is CNG, with which you all are very much familiar for vehicles. It's been used to replace liquid fuels, is gaining a wide popularity in the country. And the last conventional source of energy is electricity. You all are familiar with it, as electricity has a wide range of application in today's world. And its per capita consumption is considered as an index development. Now this electricity could be generated mainly by two ways. It could be generated by running water, which drives the hydro turbines to generate hydroelectricity, and by burning the fuels like coal, petroleum and natural gas to drive turbines and to produce thermal power. Now hydroelectricity is generated by fast flowing water, which is a renewable source, and you all know that India has a number of the multi-purpose projects through which a lot of hydroelectricity has been generated, and among them the largest one is the Bhakra Nangal Dam, which produces a good amount of hydroelectricity. Then if we talk about the thermal electricity, it has been generated by using coal, petroleum and natural gas. And you know that in our country there are almost 310 thermal power plants in our country. So children, these are the different conventional sources of energy which are limited in our country and has to be used in a very judicious manner. Thank you.